You are listening to Larry Conners, USA.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
This is Larry Conners USA. Larry Conners USA.
If you look at the viruses that were used in the experiments, that were given in the annual reports, that were published in the literature, it is molecularly impossible.
No one's saying those viruses caused it.
It is molecularly.
Those viruses caused the pandemic. What we're alleging is that gain-of-function research was going on in that lab, and NIH funded it.
You are implying that what we did was responsible for the deaths of individual. I totally resent that. And if anybody is lying here, Senator, it is you.
Wow. Oh, yeah, there's still more fireworks we've still got to cover from that bare knuckles brawl yesterday between Dr. Fake and Senator Rand Paul, Republican of Kentucky. July 21st, 2021 now. It was yesterday that Dr. Fake, appearing in a Senate hearing. And now that was supposed to be about masks. That was the original intent. But Senator Paul challenged Fauci about some remarks he'd made back in May on previous testimony, reminding him that if you lie to congressional investigators, you're guilty of perjury. Do you want to change anything? Boom! It blew up like an explosion right inside the room. We want to look at that in more detail because there are a lot of other things hidden inside that story we need to break down for you. And in fact, in the second hour, we're going to focus on everything COVID, including the Texas legislators who became super spreaders, although the White House and the CDC and the left will not call them that, and deny it when these Texas legislators fled Texas to avoid a vote on an election reform law and raced into D.C. to be buddies with all their fellows up there and basically infect them with COVID. Now, the D.C. the D.C. staff supposedly was previously vaccinated. The Texas legislators previously vaccinated. And yet the Texas legislators picturing themselves on a plane, flying with no mask, smiling, laughing, having a good time. And we're told there's no big deal. But then VP Harris suddenly goes to the hospital for a routine checkup on a Sunday. And we're told she's fine. There's nothing there, but no one has seen her since. A member of Pelosi's staff has come down testing positive with COVID. And others in the White House that Sasky finally had to admit yesterday. So there's a lot we don't know what's going on. Also, guess who bought a COVID testing company? You want to guess? Oh, let me tell you. George Soros and Bill Gates. Half of Australia is currently locked down because of COVID. But when you hear the numbers, you're going to say, what? Why? And China's confirming this one, that a vet died of a monkey bee virus that can cause severe brain damage or even death. That's what the CDC says. Is this our next scare on the horizon out of China? And then CRT, critical race theory. Dr. Ben Carson, former head of housing and urban development, says CRT is leftists simply trying to divide our nation. Based solely on race, but he says there is a silver lining. Dr. Carson is a neurosurgeon, of course, and he might want to hear and be listening today how AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, acts as if she knows more about the brains of children than a neurosurgeon when it comes to how racism gets into a child's head. Gosh, you can't make this stuff up. In fact, this entire program again today, every day I do a program, I tell Quentin, I said, we need to put that down as a best of. We got a lot of best of lined up. And this is going to be one of them. There's something else we got coming up for you. You know the escape from Alcatraz in 1962, 3 men escaping. They made a movie out of that, of course, later. It was believed they all died because they did not make it to shore off San Francisco. They died in the waters. The mystery might have been solved. Evidence now supposedly proving that at least 2 of them lived and were found in Brazil. We'll have that story for you. Oh, one other thing. I mentioned Australia earlier. Australia deporting a British commentator. Why? Well, apparently, and I'm going to have a difficult time with this story, and some of you are going to say, why are you doing that? This is not right, Larry. This is not you. People are very quick to judge, and I can accept it. I can catch arrows. But apparently in this case, as far as Australia is concerned, you can be naked. But you better be wearing a COVID mask. Lock and load. Ready on the right.
You can email Larry at LarryConnersUSA@gmail.com. LarryConnersUSA@gmail.com.